Welcome to this episode. Chances are, if you found your way here, you're a dynamic woman with massive dreams and massive goals. But if you're anything like me, you'll sometimes feel like there's subtle yet very powerful things at play that are just stopping you get to where you want to be. Today, I'm on a mission to discover one of those things and banish it for good, and that is people pleasing. People pleasing is one of quite a few habits that's probably served you well in the past because it's kept you safely tucked into your comfort zone. If you recognise that you might be a bit of a people pleaser, don't worry, you're not alone. It's one of the many habits that high achieving women experience. And by the time you've finished reading, watching or listening to this blog, you'll have the tools and the insights that you need so you can break free from people pleasing and become your authentic self in the workplace and at home. I'm Gin Churchill, and I help women grow in confidence from the inside out and the outside in using mindset, exercise, diet, products, and supplements so they look and feel amazing and can live their best life. Just like many of you, I'm a busy woman navigating the chaos that is modern day life. As a corporate worker, a devoted wife and dog mom, a side hustler, and a volunteer at two amazing organisations, I understand firsthand how busy life can be. I love having a busy life, but I've also come to understand how important a good mindset is to be able to navigate wearing all of those different hats. As I approach 50, I also acknowledge that I can't do it all like I used to think I could. So prioritising, boundary setting, and ditching the behaviours that don't serve me anymore really helped me to stay on track to do all of the things that I want to fit into my life. I release a new mindset episode every week, so if you don't want to miss them, hit the subscribe button down below and you won't miss a thing. So, the art of people pleasing, often considered a virtue, especially in the corporate world. As ambitious women striving to climb the corporate ladder, it's only natural that we want to be liked, we want to be respected by colleagues and superiors. However, there is a fine line between being considerate and empathetic and compromising your own needs and ambitions. So there are some consequences to people pleasing, and we'll just go through them quickly now. The first one is that you actually neglect your personal needs. You need to make room for personal goals, self-care, and your aspirations. If you don't, you'll just end up feeling dissatisfied and unfulfilled. The next one is loss of authenticity. Consistently seeking approval from others can cause people pleasers to suppress their true thoughts and their feelings. They may adapt a facade or try to fit in with the crowd, which actually squashes their authentic selves. People pleasers can erode their own self-confidence. Again, seeking validation from other people, causes us to lose our self-confidence. People pleasers end up needing constant validation, and if that doesn't come, they start to question their own abilities and their own success. People pleasers may have problems setting boundaries, and you'll know this is one of my favourite topics if you've seen any of my blogs before. As a people pleaser, you're probably going to say yes far more often than you should to requests from other people, and that completely stops you having your own boundaries. Not having boundaries is a surefire way to burn out and stress, and if this one resonates with you, I have a whole blog dedicated to it, so it's www.ginchurchill.com/45. The next one is people pleasers tend to put strain on relationships. Ironically, instead of building a relationship with somebody by trying to people please, it can go the other way because you're not completely sincere, and people can generally read through that. If people don't feel you're coming from a genuine place of wanting to give, it can lead to a lack of trust and really put a strain on the relationship. People pleasing can have an issue on career aspirations. By constantly prioritizing other people's needs, you're not putting your own needs first. That can lead to them not expressing their true potential, not going for promotions that they probably should go for, and actually not showing how good they are to their superiors. And finally, people pleasing can cause you to stop being able to make decisions well. People pleasers live in fear of disappointing other people, so they try to make decisions that they think the other person wants them to make. This can cause them to make decisions that don't necessarily resonate with how they feel. So my question to you is, have you recognised that you've got a little bit of people pleasing going on? Stopping people pleasing is actually a journey of self-compassion, self-awareness, and actually a willingness to make those changes. Here are some ideas and tips to help you stop people pleasing if you think that you've got it going on. Number 1 is self-reflection. Take some time to reflect on your people-pleasing behaviours and how that might have had an impact in your life. Identify situations in your life where you tend to prioritise other people's needs and wants before your own. If it was me, I would journal on this straight away. Give yourself some time, a blank piece of paper and a pen, and just start thinking about it and see what comes out on the paper. Number 2 is to understand the root causes. Explore the underlying reasons why you behave in a way that causes you to people please. It might be driven by a fear of rejection, a desire for approval, or to avoid conflict. If you understand what triggers your people-pleasing behaviours, you're more likely to be able to stop them. Number 3 is set clear boundaries. Learn to establish and communicate your boundaries to other people. And it's okay to say no to something if it doesn't sit well with you. Again, if you want to know more on this topic, go to www.ginchurchill.com/45. Number 4 is practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself as you work on breaking this habit. Recognize that it's going to take some time to get over the patterns. They're deeply ingrained. They've been going on for a really long time. Be patient with yourself, celebrate successes, and don't be too hard on yourself when you realize that you've gone and done a bit of people pleasing. Number 5 is know your priorities. Clarify your own values and goals first. When you have a clear idea of what actually matters to you, it's far easier to set those boundaries, to say no where you need to, and to stop this people pleasing. Number 6 is practice mindfulness. Mindfulness can help you become way more aware of your thoughts, your feelings, what's actually going on in your subconscious. In the moment, it allows you to pause and consider a response before you just automatically go into those people-pleasing behaviours. Number 7 is seek support. Share what's going on with friends, family, or a therapist if that works for you. Having a support system provides just that: support, encouragement, feedback, and accountability. Number 8 is celebrate your authenticity. Embrace and celebrate who you are, all of your quirks, all of your imperfections, all of your little personality traits. Recognize your strengths and know this: being genuine is far more valuable than ever seeking approval from external sources. Number 9, practice saying no. Start with low stakes scenarios, say no to the little things, and then you can build up to say no to the bigger things as you go along. And number 10 is focus on your well-being. Prioritize self-care and seek those activities out that nourish your mind, body, and soul. When you take care of yourself first, you're far more equipped to look after the other people around you. So do you first. Probably heard me talk about mindfulness before, and I say to you, it doesn't need to be group yoga. It doesn't need to be meditation. What it is taking some time for you. So whether that's an hour with a good book, an hour in the garden, a soak in the bath, a walk in the woods, whatever it is, it's just taking some time for you. So in short, the habit of people pleasing isn't something you're going to break overnight. It's a journey. It's okay to take small steps towards success, celebrate those successes, and recognize when you have a little setback. Be patient with yourself, and as you practice these small steps, you'll start to recognize more authenticity, more genuine responses, and things and behaviors that just sit better with you in general. I think I've already said it, but when you do come from a genuine place, that's far more valuable than seeking approval from the outside. And finally, remember that you're not on your own. This is a habit that a lot of high-achieving women, especially in the workplace, go through and experience. The more we can talk about it, the more we can spread the word about how to stop it. To help you along the path of success, I've created a free downloadable worksheet for you. I've called it Embrace Your True Power, a guide to breaking free from people pleasing. It's designed to do the things that we've talked about in this blog to help you understand your values, to build assertiveness, and to nurture those authentic connections. So I'll leave a link to that in the show notes below here. Go ahead and download that, and that will help you to take actionable steps towards people pleasing becoming a thing of the past. Please leave your comments, questions and the thumbs up underneath. I love to hear your feedback. Of course, I will answer any questions that you have. And by doing that, you also help other people to find my stuff as well. So it's much appreciated. In the meantime, you have a fantastic week.